Now let's try to see what are the limitations of a cyclotron. Okay? Alright, see, first point, one of the limitations of a cyclotron is cyclotron can be used only for heavier particles like a proton or an alpha particle like this, not for electrons. Okay? Because for electrons, see, usually what happens is whenever we have change in magnetic field or the electric field, whatever we have, so the particles will start gaining masses. Alright, so because of that we cannot use this for electron. Alright, now the second limitation is just now what I told, that it starts gaining masses. So there was a factor called as Lorentz factor, what we call. See, what Lorentz factor tells is, suppose let's say m naught is the rest mass and the object is moving with a velocity of v, then so the particle will start gaining mass as it accelerates or it speeds up. So the formula is m is equal to m naught by root of 1 minus v square by c square. Okay, so this is the formula. Now as the particle moves faster and faster and faster, more mass will be accumulated onto it. See, if mass changes, then radius will change. If radius changes, time period will change, correct? See, if time period changes, then the particle has to come to the d, right? It has to come to the d and then it changes the direction and goes to another d. So there will be a lag in the time delay. So there will be a delay in the time. So this is not a good way of actually designing a cyclotron. So what they did was, they tried adjusting a variable magnetic field for this, okay, which will sync with the particle motion. Alright, so that was what we call as synchrotron cyclotron, we called it. It was syncing with the mass change, it was syncing with the particle, whatever the changes which are happening with the particle. Okay, so these were the two limitations of a cyclotron. Now we have much more sophisticated instruments for acceleration, but the same concept is used. Okay, see, nowadays we use this, there is a lab called as CERN in Switzerland. I think all of you must have heard about it. In CERN also, they are using circular paths only, but they are using for kilometers together. Okay, it is beneath the city, it's about 32 kilometers. Okay, the path is about 32 kilometers. So the particles will accelerate and then bombard the particles. Same cyclotron principle itself, but in a much bigger scale, that's all. Okay, so cyclotron, two limitations: it cannot be used for smaller particles, and as the velocity increases, the mass also increases. That was not taken into account when they designed the cyclotron. Okay.